the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here's the starting group for Houston. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Alperen Sengun out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. Now here's Van Vliet. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Showing off his touch, Van Vliet making easy work off the mid-range.
Pass to Podziemski. Lays it up and banks it in.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Green kicks to Sengun. Van Vliet outside. Sengun with the screen for Van Vliet. Here's Green. He's defended by Podziemski. 6 on the shot clock. Van Vliet passes to Green. And it's off from three-point range. Inside. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Thompson finds Van Vliet. Outside, Green. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Outside, Curry. Here's Podziemski. Sengun covering to the middle. It's tipped. Moody with it. Sengun's there. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Podziemski. Misses the 3. The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Now here's Van Vliet. Defended by Moody. Butler against Green. Curry is inside. 5 on the clock. Butler deciding where to go with it. And that one is off.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make them all.
Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed. Oh, sometimes you got to flex on them. That's what Sengun just did.
Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Butler with the ball. This one for 3. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Butler.
This is Pete Curry shooting with real confidence off the catch. It's what helps get him going.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Let's look at the 2K leaderboard to find out the teams that have led the league in steals the season's second half. The Warriors, number 1.
You know, the defense has been frenetic, and it seems like they're gaining momentum as the season wears on. I mean, they're forcing a lot of turnovers.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Curry against Van Vliet. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Pass to Moody. To the inside. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 5 now.
Not just a jump shooter. Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
Şengün kicks to Van Vliet. Now Şengün. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. And Green gets it to go.
For Jalen Green to be an all-star level guy, he's got to knock down those threes.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Van Vliet. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeeds.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
So it's the Rockets now. Şengün with a screen on Butler. 4 on the clock. Here's Thompson.
And you got to admire the tough-nosed nature of Butler, not allowing scorers to get comfortable when he's on him.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
We'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. That free throw good from Butler. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
And so Butler nails both of them. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Here's Curry. And the layup is good. Curry's got 7 points. Rockets trail by 4. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
to check out the stats for Thompson. He's around 14 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
Green with a screen on Butler. And Thompson kicks to Green. No good with the triple.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Pass to Podziemski. And now Brooks running the floor all by himself. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And when he's locked in on defense, Brooks is a force. Almost a one-man fast break waiting to happen.
Podziemski finds Butler. Green with a screen on Thompson. Butler against Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Butler with the ball. Working on Thompson. Butler, no good. Van Vliet on the wing. Outside, Green. Puts up a 3. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for Houston. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Thompson outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time. But he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
The first one falls. RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Butler. And Curry subbed in for Buddy Hield. And so Thompson nails both of them. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Curry's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, and boy, can he fly.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And it's good for 2. Moody's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Back to Van Vliet. Green with the block.
When you talk about the best defensive players of this era, you have to talk about Draymond Green.
Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Smith with the stuff.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now here's Curry. And in that game with Houston, he did not play well. Pass to Moody. Now here's Curry. Shoots over Van Vliet. Curry's shot is good. And that's now 9 points for Stephen Curry.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks. Here's Thompson. The Warriors making the shot.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting them with all of these misses.
Green against Curry. From past the arc. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is in getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Smith dishes to Green. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Podziemski on the wing. Guarded by Green. No coverage that time. Moody's got 5 points so far.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his team.
And Smith with the stuff.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Green with a screen on Van Vliet. Curry outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Van Vliet against Curry. Here's Green. Smith the pass to Green. Out to Thompson. Smith sets the pick for Thompson. Shoots over Kuminga. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 6 points for him.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now here's Curry. 15 points in the game. With the floater. That shot is off. Van Vliet way outside. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Warriors leading by 4. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for them. It's Curry and Hield. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Post in at the 5 down low. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. Good! Curry, so dangerous in transition.
Understanding where he needs to be, Curry way out ahead that time.
Pass to Smith. Outside Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Curry. The shot by Holiday, no good. Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Back to Curry from deep three-point land. Another miss by Curry.
In the first quarter, he was raining down threes. That's not the case here in the second.
Pass to Whitmore. Şengün with a screen on Hield. And it's Whitmore missing. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Post. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Traps in the tray. Hield's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
This is Hield at his best, a major threat to torch defenses off the catch.
Here's Whitmore, covered by Hield. And that one's good, Whitmore.
And Whitmore, a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
And here is Hield. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. The three ball from Curry.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Jackson Davis. No scoring in this one. Another three for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And how about we check the numbers for Brandon Podziemski?
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Rockets trail by 10. It's Şengün, top of the key. Pass to Whitmore. Over Hield. And it's Whitmore missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And what a show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
Here's Whitmore, following the basket by Buddy Hield. And that one's good, Whitmore. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Jackson Davis. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Şengün, and Şengün throws it down.
Punishing the rim right there. Şengün.
Floats it up for Kuminga. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eason.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Curry. Averaging about 24 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
Here's Van Vliet following the basket by Stephen Curry. Whitmore with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Van Vliet.
Although he is just 6 feet tall, Van Vliet has no issue going into the land of the Giants.
Now here's Curry. Majemski on the wing. No good on the 3. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That one is off. Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And that's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved, but it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true.
Goes up off the inbound, and he makes that one. And now it's only a 5-point Warrior lead.
Ready to play rough inside. Van Vliet navigates the contact.
Hield outside. Back to Curry. Fires away from way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 13 points now in the quarter. Van Vliet kicks to Şengün. With some arc, the Warriors pull it in. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
And they have to clean that up. Play smart and value the ball.
5 to shoot. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. There's the triple. No good. He missed it. Brings him to 3 for 8 this game. Hield outside to the middle. Curry crashes inside.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
Pass to Eason. Back to Van Vliet. Out to the right wing. And a wide-open look for Whitmore. Cans it from downtown. Whitmore's got 7 points.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's Post. And stolen by Şengün. Down low, and Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Curry against Van Vliet. Outside Curry. Here's Post. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. So we'll see Cam Whitmore go to the free throw line. They get Stephen Curry. The Rockets have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. Butler, he's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Buddy Hield. And then for Houston, Brooks checked in for Şengün. And it's Green in for Tari Eason. And Whitmore, no good on that one.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Jabari Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rockets trail by 7. Now here's Van Vliet. He has 6. Driving in. Misses the layup. Golden State's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Outside Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry, that's good.
Yeah, and he made 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, and he just continued to pour them on here in the second.
Curry against Van Vliet. Smith with a screen on Curry. 6 to shoot. Inside. Smith in the post. Guarded by Green. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Smith. The Warriors shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Back to Curry. Fires at the elbow. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Here's Van Vliet. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Thompson misses.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And Butler gets it to go.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
Van Vliet against Curry. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Looking to end his cold spell, and it's good on the layup. Van Vliet's got 6 here in this quarter.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Pass to Podziemski. Curry, a screen on Green. Back to Curry. Stolen by Van Vliet. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Pulls up for 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
There's a good screen. And here is Butler. Oh, tough play by Butler.
And Butler just exploits that pick and roll defense. A tough physical guy who's hard to guard in those sets.
Smith feeling it out a bit. To the paint. Curry with the steal. Outside Butler. 1:22 left in the first half. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. You look at Houston. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Warriors, 3 spots below.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, they've been ruthless competitors all season long. I mean, they've assured themselves of plenty of home games in the postseason. Let's see if they can take advantage.
And the Warriors making a change here. Fields checked in. Offensive rebound. Butler against Thompson. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hield kicks to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Van Vliet outside. There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. And it's Smith missing. Warriors leading by 9. Outside Curry. Hield outside. Pass to Green. 5 on the clock. Green draws the double. Takes the 3. Unable to get that one. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. Another excellent quarter for him, especially from long range. He's buried a total of 7 3-pointers in the game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they've come up a little short of expectations. The talent is unquestioned, but their focus has been wavering. The consistency just hasn't been there. That said, I sure wouldn't want to meet them in the playoffs, though.
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Houston Rockets.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
You're like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Here's Curry. Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1.
And everything Butler does, he does with a bang, including those 2 points.
Brooks setting the pick for Thompson. And the call is going to be...
Screen.
Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Van Vliet against Curry. Pass to Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Thompson.
Such a great guy to have on the team and an amazing defender. Green even led the league in steals one year.
Free throw drops for Green. Richard, when it comes to Draymond Green, we know about his defense, but what does he give you offensively?
I think it starts with his passing. Not many big men can do what he does the way he does it. And especially effective when he's hitting the three ball, stretching the floor, allowing for more space for his shooters.
And so he makes both from the line.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Van Vliet against Curry. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Van Vliet.
And it's almost as if they knew exactly what the D was going to throw at him on that possession.
On the wing, Green. To the inside. Pass to Podziemski. Green with a screen on Green. Shot clock at 5, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Rockets trail by 12. Van Vliet outside. Buries it from three-point range. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is Van Vliet's calling card. He's actively looking to fire from deep.
Butler finds Curry. Tough finish by Stephen Curry.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. Shoots over Curry, off the left rim and out. Warriors leading by 11. Outside, Green. Back to Podziemski. Pass to Green. Here's Butler. Butler making it happen inside.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Now, Green. He's got 6. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Curry deciding where to go with it. Golden State moving it around. And it's Houston on the break. Lobbed up there for Thompson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Now, here's Moody. Tight defense on him. Here's Curry. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting. Think about the impact that Steph has had on this game. Him and his team have changed the way the game is played. They have ushered in the three-point era.
Back to Van Vliet. Outside, Green. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his third assist on the night. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, this summer we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods in the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, D.A. Thank you. Now, here's Butler, following the miss by Dillon Brooks. Butler passes to Moody. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Jimmy Butler. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation. Now, here's Thompson. 11 points in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
Good on both. And here is Curry, and he has 42. Pass to Podziemski. Outside Butler. Here's Podziemski, guarded by Green. Curry, wide open, good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 45 points.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Van Vliet passes to Thompson. Green taking his time here. Another miss by Houston.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
No doubt that Butler continues to improve his passing. An excellent playmaker, really wants to make his teammates better.
Now here's Green. He's got 9. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist in this one.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And a look now at a few years' worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Draymond Green.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
Lobbed up there for Green. Butler with the steal. Van Vliet outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Van Vliet's got it back down to single digits for Houston.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Back to Curry. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Curry's got 47 points.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Outside, Green. Fires the 3. And Moody pulls it down.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Outside Curry. Connects again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Green with the ball. 11 points in the game. Green with the block. Podziemski with it. He's against Green. Outside Curry. Pass to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Van Vliet outside. Back to Brooks. Van Vliet outside. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors leading by 14. Here's Moody. No good on the triple. Outside Green. Pass to Thompson. All alone. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 15 points from Amen Thompson. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Checked in for Moody. Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. And up on your screen now are the most dependable free throw shooters from the point guard position since the All-Star break. Number 1, Stephen Curry.
He's been a model of consistency at the free throw line all season. He's as dependable up there as he is on the floor at any given moment.
Inside and stolen by Şengün. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And the shot goes in. Thompson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And it's Green missing. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Rockets. It's a 10-point game. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Curry against Van Vliet. Green up on top. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And the Warriors miss again.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Hield the pass to Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Look at Hield's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone to look, not just himself.
Richard, with Buddy Hield, we're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
Podziemski finds Butler. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Eason. Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
So far, proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
Free throw good, Green.
And for Green, it's about focusing on taking high percentage shots. When he does this, he's an effective player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Amen Thompson. And it's Whitmore in for Fred VanVleet. And both free throws good for Green.
Very good from here. Green over 80% from the line.
Warriors leading by 7. Pass to Butler. Outside, Kuminga. Hield from outside. Good on the triple. Hield's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Smith with a screen on Hield. Whitmore takes the 12-footer and hits.
An old school shot from Whitmore. There is still some value in that mid-range.
Pass to post. Eason against Kuminga. Here's Spencer. A three-pointer off the mark. 1:56 left to play in the 3rd. Whitmore with it. Adams sets the pick for Whitmore. Another shot. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Adams.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Pass to post. Hield with it. Over Whitmore. Hield with the bucket. Hield's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Good on the shot.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
Pass to post. Now Hield. Here's Spencer. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. And Post gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And the Warriors with possession here, following the score by Houston. To the middle. Here's Post. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
Butler against Smith. Pass to Spencer. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Green fires from way outside. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. That's the Warriors 5. Şengün, and Şengün throws it down.
And Whitmore didn't have to facilitate as much in college, but he understands the importance at this level.
Hield, the pass to Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. To the inside. Here's Eason. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Jonathan Kuminga picks one up.
Team foul. Shooting for Houston, Eason. One shot.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Warriors leading by 6. Now here's Hield. For 3. Eason grabs the board.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Şengün with a screen on Hield. Whitmore up top, covered by Hield. And Kuminga comes to help. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Tries to save it. Trying to find Hield and gets it to him. The rebound by Holiday. Rockets trail by 6. Smith drawn the double team. Pass to Eason. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. They've led by as many as 14 points. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Hield outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Curry dishes to Kuminga. Three-pointer, Hield. Drills it from outside. Hield's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors. Pass to Şengün. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. Holiday looking for an opening. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Jackson-Davis. Jackson-Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Hield off the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. And now a 12-point Warrior lead.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And there's the drive. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
No good on that. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Curry passes to Hield. Van Vliet against Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And here is Şengün. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Şengün is a big man that is hard to handle.
Taking 2 shots.
The free throw dropped for Şengün.
We're starting to get a better sense of the player that Şengün is. An agile big man who really brings a lot of energy to the floor.
Trayce Jackson-Davis is checked in for Kuminga. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Screen by Şengün. The rebound by Post. Warriors leading by 15. Hield outside. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Post. Clock at 6. Here's Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, we might as well count those free throw shots. Curry is automatic at the line.
Stephen Curry taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
For 3, Van Vliet connects from three-point range. Van Vliet's got 11 in the second half.
And he's quickly up to 4 made threes in this game. Sheesh, get this man the rock.
Here's Curry, accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Curry's got 54 points.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. And another 3 for Houston.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Pass to Podziemski. Here's Post. Golden State moving it around. Hield outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Hield's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Now, here's Şengün. Defense is right there. Nice shot by Smith.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Here's Curry. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Smith kicks to Holiday. Pass to Eason. Now Şengün, guarded by Kerr. And Şengün throws it down.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
The way that Curry reads the floor, he could get double-digit assists on any night if he wanted to.
Now Van Vliet. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. They get Stephen Curry. Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Aaron Holiday.
From G League to a big-time player, Van Vliet's journey is nothing short but inspirational.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard, run our stuff. Guys?
Thank you, David.
This just demonstrates how fearless Curry is. Like, he knows how to get inside and draw plenty of fouls.
At the line for the Warriors, Stephen Curry, taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
And the second free throw, good. Rockets trail by 13. Outside, Green. Van Vliet outside. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Van Vliet's got 30.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Curry with the 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Rockets have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th, 8 of 12. Here's Van Vliet. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Van Vliet's got 13 points now in the quarter. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. A floater, and another one falls. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Van Vliet passes to Green. Back to Van Vliet. Green with the block. Butler against Thompson. Butler kicks to Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Launches it. Rockets with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Down low, here's Brooks. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Pass to Moody. Butler against Green. Left side Curry. Just 4 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Fred VanVleet picks one up.
If the ball handling isn't enough to mesmerize you, what about the little up fake by Curry?
And he makes the first. Stephen Curry hits them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Curry against VanVleet. Shoots over Curry. VanVleet can't get it to go.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
First personal foul. Team score.
And that one misses.
At the line for 2. Draymond.
And he sinks the second. And it's VanVleet with the ball for Houston. They trail by 14. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. VanVleet's got 34.
And that's almost impossible to defend against VanVleet. A pretty looking floater.
Curry from deep three-point land. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's VanVleet on the assist by Thompson. VanVleet's got 36.
Capable of very big nights. VanVleet has the ball in his hands a lot, and that can turn into buckets.
It's Curry outside. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. VanVleet outside.
VanVleet is a crafty player. He knows how to draw a whistle.
Shooting for Houston.
Drops the first one, and that brings them within single digits. And he is unable to get the second one.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. And the Warriors miss again. Rockets trail by 9. Thompson dishes to Brooks. VanVleet on the wing, guarded by Curry. Thompson surveying the floor. Inside, down to 5 on the shot clock.
He's a tough matchup inside. Sengun can body you, or he can finesse you.
The first one, and that brings them within 8. Sengun hits them both. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Warriors leading by 7. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Pass to Podziemski. And here is Moody. Şengün covering. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Green. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
To the paint, and stolen by Şengün.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And the wide open shot from Green. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Podziemski, 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
I'm not going to lie, that's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
Now a timeout called by Houston. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
For 3, Van Vliet. And so they foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Draymond. When you look at the stat sheet and why things work tonight, what are you looking at the most?
Turnovers. That's the key to the game. Look at turnovers and how many free throws they shot. If they weren't able to set their defense, we didn't turn the ball over, we were able to set ours. Those are the 2 things I look at.
Certainly sounds like the foundation to victory, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. But as we go,